From a shocking video of the Coast Guard intercepting a drug-smuggling submarine with over $180 million of cocaine on board, to the impressive footage of a nuclear submarine surfacing in the middle of an Arctic ice sheet, here are 5 incredible submarine moments that were caught on camera. Back on December 23rd of 2021, members of the Royal Navy were out at an unknown location with their state-of-the-art submarine, the HMS Vigilant. The task this day was to conduct an exercise with the submarine to test its capability firing none other than a Trident nuclear intercontinental ballistic missile. After dropping below the surface, a countdown commenced and the ICBM was launched. The Trident II missile has a range somewhere north of 4,000 nautical miles, with an accuracy that is so precise it can be measured in only meters. It is a powerful, feared, and technologically advanced weapon system, and one that worries many countries around the world. On this day, though, the test was a success, and the submarine's capabilities were on full display. The seas around the Central American region are ones filled with rich maritime history. For centuries, these vast oceans have been home to all manner of vessels, from small fishing boats to gigantic merchant ships, warships, and more. In more recent years, a new type of vessel has joined this list: submarines. Unfortunately, this stealth method of transport has also caught the attention of cartels, adding a new challenge for the Coast Guard. Back on July 19th of 2015, the U.S. Coast Guard was patrolling international waters when one of the crew members noticed the presence of a semi-submersible submarine on their radar. After approaching, they commanded the vessel to stop, but it was no use. This was a drug smuggling operation, and there was no way they would give up that easily. The Coast Guard ended up having to jump onto the submarine and force the occupants to come out.
Afuera! Afuera! I'm not taking any water. I don't think so either. All right, check this out. If anything, I think that's the bow of that red one. Maybe? Hold on.
Super copy. Did you copy from Horn that the boarding team is on board, has positive control? Super affirmative, copy, positive control, zero this time.
When they searched the submarine, the Coast Guard found more than 6 tons of drugs that were on their way to infiltrate the mainland with a value of $181 million. Thanks to the quick action and courage of these brave souls, the criminals were arrested, and none of those involved in this video were hurt. Along the borders of northern Alaska and Canada lies the Beaufort Sea. It's a region of the planet I'm sure many people forget exists, given its extreme remoteness. With a total area of roughly 450,000 kilometers squared, the water here is filled with large expanses of ice that seem unbreakable. But for this powerful nuclear submarine, even these thick Arctic ice sheets were no challenge. Back on March 21st of 2018, the Navy was conducting an exercise to assess its operational readiness in the Arctic and increase its experience in the region as they sought to unravel the mysteries of the Arctic environment. After the team arrived in this frozen land, incredible footage was shot of the USS Hartford breaking through the ice.
Jordan, request you clear his names one more time. Over. Okay, for Brian, we request the hand rider off as well as...
As soon as the submarine emerged from the ice, Navy members were forced to dig into the ice and remove some layers to allow the submarine to sink back into the water. The mission was a great success, as it proved that if the Navy ever ended up trapped under a sheet of ice in the cruel Arctic Ocean, they could depend on the USS Hartford to escape danger. Now, Hawaii is one of the most strategically important locations for the U.S. military. The Hawaiian archipelago represents a convenient midpoint between Asia and the American mainland. Given this fact, it should be no surprise that the islands are filled with military bases and equipment. Back in June of 2015, the Navy was conducting some training exercises in the area when they received an unexpected visitor. But this visitor was not an enemy ship, quite the contrary. It was a family of dolphins swimming alongside the submarine. According to various local reports, this definitely wasn't the first time something like this happened off the Hawaiian coast. It is believed that the dolphins like to interact with the boats because they're naturally curious, while others believe that they use the wakes and waves produced by the large vessels to play, just as a group of surfers would do with a big wave. Regardless, it's a pretty cool sight to see. Modern submarines are built with the utmost thought and care. Every detail is carefully calculated and thought out to make the most state-of-the-art technology the world has ever seen. One of these is the ability to stay out at sea for weeks on end. Given how large some of these submarine crews are, though, a lot of resources are also needed to make this a possibility. Just because the vessel can remain operational so long doesn't mean the crew can, at least not without the proper food and supplies. Instead of returning to land every time they need something, though, a delivery method is used. Think of Amazon Prime, but in the middle of the open seas. Back on November 1st of 2021, one of these resupply missions was filmed by the Navy, showing the moment an MV-22B Osprey delivered a payload to the USS Henry M. Jackson. Logistics is of great importance to the military. Replenishments while underway like this are used to sustain a fleet anywhere at any time. The purpose of this mission was to test and evaluate the various tactics and techniques possible to enhance the Navy's overall readiness, because you never know when war will break out on your doorstep. And the best time to prepare is before it starts. Well, that about wraps things up for this video. If you enjoyed it and want to see more just like it, then be sure to click the link on screen now. With that, thanks for watching and tune in next time.